Again, this should showcase why I like Bill Burr so much, because he's not afraid to talk about things that I feel like everybody in 2021 is just too sensitive to talk about anymore. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is video number 39. As always, we start with gratitude. So thank you to everybody that's watching, sharing, liking, commenting, and subscribing. I really appreciate it. Still though, 80% of the people that watch these videos do not subscribe. So if you're one of those people, you're watching right now, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Show your boy some love. I'd really appreciate it. You can also help me grow my channel faster by hitting one of the links in my description, either to my Amazon wishlist or subscribing to my Patreon. All right, we're gonna be switching it up a little bit. I know I've been reacting to a lot of the 70s rock bands in the last month or two, which has been amazing. But today I want to switch it back up and go back to some comedy, which I initially started with on the channel because I'm a big fan of comedy as well. And I started on this Bill Burr journey. I think I did like 2 or 3 videos and they're hilarious. I love the fact that he's not scared to say what's on his mind, even though society nowadays is so sensitive. So I love the fact that, you know, he doesn't care and he's not trying to filter his words or anything like that. Somebody suggested that I should react to Bill Burr, Black Friends Clothes in Harlem. This just sounds crazy just by the title of it. So I'm kind of curious and I wanted to check it out and see what it's about.
Actually, I got a couple of friends of African persuasion, and I gotta get rid of them, man. I gotta admit to you. I'm finding I'm spending too much money on clothes hanging out with them, because I gotta like fucking try to keep up with their wardrobe. It's like every time they go out, they got all brand new shit on. All brand new shit. So when I show up with my white version of brand new, which is, I ironed the shit, right? I ironed it, right? It's new. They just start trashing me. I can't keep up with them, man. They got like fucking 58 pairs of sneakers. Ever notice that shit? Like every color fucking Timberland? And I don't give a shit what fucked up color their shirt is. They got a pair of shoes to match it and a hat.
This is facts. This is facts.
It's like a rule or something. They're the worst. Even when you wear some new shit, there's like some sort of rule that you gotta like space out the amount of time within which like that you wear it. Because God forbid you wear the same shirt within a 10-day period, one of them's gonna notice. All of a sudden just look at you funny like, this motherfucker's got the same shit he had on last Tuesday. And then
That's
the whole
all
crowd's
facts.
like, oh shit! Then everybody just starts making fun of your fucking clothes. First they do the math, like what was that, 5 days ago? 5 days, this motherfucker got 5 shirts! He got 5 shirts! And they start breaking it down. Yo, his first shirt be saying Monday, next shit be saying Tuesday. Yo, on the weekend, he ain't be wearing no shirts.
It's all facts that he's saying right now. Like, Black people tend to do this, especially when we were younger. Not so much when we're older, but when we were younger and in high school, like, these are things that we actually used to do. I don't know why we do it, but it's all facts. There's no lies here. There's no lies.
I'll tell you, it's actually funny. You know what? That's actually how I judge black guys now. When I first came to the city, like, all black people scared me. No, I was like the typical white dude from like the suburbs, you know what I mean? Had no frame of reference, you know? So my only frame of reference with black people was like those, remember those early 90s gangster rap videos? Throw the fucking LA riots in there, man. It was fucking horrible PR. I'm watching the videos, look, he's got a nice car, he's got all the women, and he's still fucking mad. These black dudes are never happy. But after 10 years of living in the city, this is how I narrow it down. Whether a black dude scares me or not. Black dudes with dirty sneakers scare the fucking shit out of me. No. I figured out in my head, because I know from hanging out with them, that's the last shit that they're gonna let go. The immediate shit that they have on. So I think, you know, if his sneakers are fucked up, that means his life is fucked up.
He just don't
Every time
care.
he leaves his building, the whole neighborhood, oh shit! Everyone starts making fun of him. He's on the train in a bad mood. I kind of have this howdy-doody, kind of mug me kind of face. I'm not saying something's gonna happen, I'm just saying, I'm paying attention. So I've been seeing this girl recently This black girl, right? She lives up in Harlem, you know. Gone.
I like the fact that going back when he said when he first moved to the city, all black people scared him. But I like that he provided like context. Like he talked about his frame of reference was just things that he saw on TV, and he was just kind of using that to make like this opinion of like black people. And I feel like this is unfortunately the way that a lot of people are, because they kind of lump black people in like the same like category, not realizing that we're very unique. Like we're not all the same. We don't have the same mannerisms or anything like that. So I like the fact that he quantified what he was saying by providing like context to it. So I appreciate that. But like I said, Bill Burr is the type of person, like I appreciate his style of comedy because it's so raw and authentic, and it's almost like borderline going across the line, but it never does. If you're super sensitive, it might for you, but for me, I appreciate that he takes these risks, and it's what makes him a great comic.
Like 3-4 times, you know. First time we hung out in like the Village area in New York, you know, which is sort of like a racially mixed area. So shit was cool, you know what I mean? Second time we hung out was more like Midtown, you know? Then the third time, she called me at like 3:30 in the morning, and she wanted me to come up to her apartment, right? So it's 3:30 in the morning, she lives in Harlem, I look how I look, so it's a fucking situation. Yeah, because you know the deal, right? Basically, a white dude feels comfortable up to about like 98th, 99th Street, you know what I'm saying? The second the streets start getting into like triple digits, like 100, 101st Street, start getting like a little asthma, like, ah, fuck, I'm starting to get a little high up here. You feel that little tightness in your chest? Can you feel that? 106th Street, you're like leaning on shit, like, dude, where'd all the cabs go? How come there's no taxis up here? Dude, what's a bodega? I don't know what that is. Let's get the fuck out of here. So I'm praying to God she's gonna tell me to take the subway, get off at like 105th Street, 103rd, you know, which is like the first stop in Harlem where I can still look over my shoulder and see like all the white people like disappearing over the horizon, you know? But she goes, no, man, you want to get on the Uptown 2-3 train, you want to get off at 125th Street. I'm like, God, fuck, 125th Street.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's like right in the middle of everything. I'm gonna be surrounded on all four sides. I can't fucking do this. So, at this point, I'm really trying to hide like the bitchy tone that's starting to creep into my voice, you know? And I'm trying to ask for really specific directions for when I get up there, because I want to know exactly where I'm going. So she starts naming the streets I have to go down, and every other street up there is named after like a black leader, you know? She's like, make a left on Adam Clayton, take a right on Frederick Douglass. I'm like, ah, fuck Adam Clayton. Yo, dude, go on the internet, look up Adam Clayton. Did he kill a bunch of white people during the slave revolt? Dude, I ain't going up there till I know what Adam Clayton did. Fuck this shit.
This is really interesting. Like, he's actually a great storyteller. Like, the way he's framing this story right now, like, I can picture it happening in my head, like, scene for scene. So, side note, he's actually a really good storyteller, which is probably important in being a really good comic. But some of the things that he's talking about, to touch on it specifically, it's kind of interesting when you're in certain positions how you kind of dramatize certain things without knowing you're dramatizing them. So to him now, all of a sudden, because he's so far into the black neighborhoods, all the streets to him have the black names of like the slave revolt leaders and things like this, and he's like, oh, what the heck, what kind of situation I'm in right now. So I like the way that he's actually talking about things that we do as people subconsciously whenever we're in stressful situations, how much we tend to dramatize the details and even make things a thing that's not necessarily a thing. I feel like that's just something as human beings we do. But I kind of picked up on that from his storytelling, which I think he's doing on purpose, by the way, which makes him a genius.
Dude, I ain't going up there till I know what Adam Clayton did. Fuck this shit. So at this point, I'm really having a battle with myself. Because I'm thinking I can't do this, right? I'm like, I can't do this, but my dick's going, no, come on, man, we can do this, all right? Just relax. pull yourself together and get on the goddamn train, right? So as always, I listen to my dick. Oh yeah, I get on the train. By the time I get up there, it's like 5 or 4 in the morning, right? I'm staying on like Malcolm X and like Danny Glover or some shit, right?
Same thing.
I don't even know where the hell I'm at. But I see the street I want to go up. I want to go up St. Nick. I can literally see her apartment building, but there's like 5 or 6 black dudes standing right on the corner, right where I want to walk by. So I'm like, fuck! Felt like I was on like some reality show at that point, like some sort of like white guy survivor. It was ridiculous. So I'm thinking, I gotta walk right by these guys, right? You know what's funny? I think that they were actually more surprised to see me than I was scared, you know? And I was really, really scared, you know, but I'm also really, really white, you know? Like shockingly Caucasian. You know what I mean? Like if you're not ready for me, I can like surprise you. No, especially if you live up there. You've probably seen a white person for hours, possibly days. So when I show up, it's almost like magical, like a leprechaun came out of nowhere, you know? Felt like I should have had like a little pot of gold, like a rainbow behind me. Top of the morning to you, latte. Kind of danced my way past them. But it's been going all right, you know? Once I get in her apartment, I'm fine, you know? I relax. Sit down, you know, watch a hip-hop countdown. Pretend like I know the groups, you know what I mean? It's just getting there that's a fucking pain in the ass. But, you know, I don't get mad at it, because I figure, you know, black dudes got to go through the same shit, though, right? When you go out to the suburbs, go fuck a white girl, right? Just that same awful feeling of just leaving your people behind, you know, just less and less of you as you're fucking driving out there. Probably start off lean and you're all fucking cool. 20 minutes in, you're driving like 10 and 2. The radio's off. Like, dude, I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit at all. There's too much grass. I don't see any rims. This is fucked up. None of the windows are tinted. I can clearly see white people in every car. This is fucked up. Listen, you guys were awesome. Thank you so much for coming out. God bless you. Thank you very much. All right, man. Take
Alright guys, so that was my reaction to Bill Burr, Black Friends Clothes in Harlem. Again, this just showcased why I like Bill Burr so much, because he's not afraid to talk about things that I feel like everybody in 2021 is just too sensitive to talk about anymore. I don't know when this was recorded, but I feel like people stay away from it because of the whole cancel culture and things like that. I appreciate the way that he's able to frame his story and the way he's able to develop his story, like that timeline that he created, from first talking about his perception of black people from not being around them. And I feel like this is something that really exists in real life. A lot of times, like, black people kind of stick to the black neighborhoods, white people stick to the white neighborhoods. And there's not a whole lot of intercommunication going on to kind of destroy the stereotypes. So we kind of go into new environments with these stereotypes that are not necessarily true of each other. And I like that he plays on these stereotypes as the story develops. But some of the stuff he's saying was really true in terms of, like, black people, when it comes to our shoes and our clothes and stuff like that, we take pride in it and we make sure it's always clean. So if you see a black person that don't take pride in their clothes and their shoes, you probably want to stay away from that person because they got some stuff going on. That's just a fact. So, and I like how he progressed the story to the girl that he was seeing, and like the process for him going from his neighborhood, which I'm guessing is predominantly white, and the struggles that he had to go through in terms of trying to get to her neighborhood, like more mental struggles, like him trying to destroy these mental barriers that he had to go see this girl. But at the same time, it's like, yo, he's trying to get some, so he's going to go anyways. Then that was the determining factor for him. But I like how he was able to describe that whole situation. And towards the end, I like how he was able to flip it by saying, you know, black dudes that go through the same thing when they're in the suburbs, when they're trying to like visit a white girl or something like that. So I appreciate his storytelling. I appreciate his punchlines, everything he does. Like I said before on the other Bill Burr reaction videos that I did, I appreciate the fact that he totes these lines, and I'm a fan. So until the next Bill Burr reaction, if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. Until next time, peace.